Good day and welcome to the Ministry of Tourism special interview program, Tourism One-on-One, where we explore topical issues affecting our tourism sector following its record post-pandemic recovery. I'm Dr. Kingsley Roberts, your host, and with me today is the winner of the first installment of the Tourism Enhancement Fund's groundbreaking Tourism Innovation Incubator program, Dr. Duane Chambers. Good to have you, Dr. Chambers.
Good morning, Dr. Roberts. Great to be here.
Today, we continue our discussion on his success in the program and how he has been able to turn his innovative idea into a successful business since then. Dr. Chambers, explain for us. What was it like starting the business from scratch?
Daunting is probably the best word. The guidance of the Tourism Enhancement Fund has been invaluable. I think one of the biggest challenges that I've had is coming into an industry that I'm not very familiar with, and approaching the attraction operators, and basically they're asking, well, who is this person? We've never heard about you. You're not in tourism. But in every situation that I've come upon, I've been able to call the Tourism Enhancement Fund, and a couple of people in particular. I don't know if I can call their names.
So they were able to pave the
But they
way
were
for
able
you.
to pave the way,
Mm.
ease the transition into the industry.
So you had no tourism experience before. It was just a new one.
Other than being a traveler myself, a completely new field.
Mhm. So what has the response been like to your business?
Really, really wonderful. We've been licensed by the Jamaica Tourist Board, and I think that's a first for a wellness company.
Right.
We are new members of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association and the Caribbean Hotel and Tourist Association. We've become members of the Medical Tourism Association in Florida and been accredited by Global Health Accreditation. I should say we're incorporated both in Jamaica, Montego Bay, where I spend most of my time, and in Florida. So we've had good experiences from both countries and people willing to see what can develop from,
So the
this
business
project.
is based in Montego Bay.
The business is based in Montego Bay, but also incorporated in Florida. But it is based, as I said, it is a website-based business,
Right.
even though we have physical attractions that we're onboarding onto our website. So it's something that can be operated from anywhere in the world, but incorporated in Montego Bay. Yes.
Okay. So in terms of the markets, where are your the visitors coming from? The persons who is
So and you will see more of this in the media in the upcoming months. We're targeting our major tourism markets, right? So the USA, UK, and Canada are the major markets that we're targeting, both non-diaspora tourists and diaspora tourists who do come to Jamaica to partake in a lot of the services that we'll be
so
offering.
you're looking at the US, UK,
And Canada
Canada.
primarily,
Okay.
but of course we're not restricting it anywhere. It's a
Mhm.
World Wide Web, and anyone who's coming to Jamaica will have the opportunity to partake in the products and services that we'll be offering and highlighting the services that our attractions already offer.
So you're planning to target other markets?
The name of the company is Caribbean Front Desk. So Jamaica, of course, is my home, and that's where we're starting. But yes, our ambition is to expand it past outside of the Jamaican shores, because the Caribbean we consider one big market, and we feel that this is a way that different countries can benefit from each other.
So have you started that process to reach out to?
No. In my other life and wearing my other hat as a radiologist, I do manage patients from outside of Jamaica who actually come to Jamaica to have their studies done. But getting the foundation built is what, for Caribbean Front Desk, is what I'm interested in. And so we're focusing on Jamaica for the near future.
Okay. So what type of financial support have you received for your business since winning the incubator competition?
Well, interestingly, I have been grant funded by Development Bank of Jamaica, who thought the idea was a pretty good one. And so we have been given a pretty big grant, not only for ourselves as the company, but under their cluster fund, we've been able to bring in additional companies who themselves will be developed by the grant. As I said, the Tourism Enhancement Fund has been incredible in all the ways that they've supported us. So no complaints in that department.
So when you started out, what was it, a one-man show? Was it like
Completely one man. As I said, this started as a hobby. I do have friends in the tech industry, and so we started working on booking, but completely one man. Because it is website based, the management of the company can be very slim because we're able to manage multiple processes at the same time. But as we grow, we hope to provide jobs for other Jamaicans, not only through the company, but through the attractions that we onboard.
Okay. So tell us then, how has the company grown over the years?
Well, from an idea to being involved and licensed by our major tourism licensing body, we have companies that are involved in the cluster now through the DBJ grant, and we have approached some pretty big players in the industry. Of course, contracts are currently being signed, so we can't call the names. But there are multiple people across the length and breadth of Jamaica who are already provide wellness services that are interested. And interestingly, we will be reaching out through the tourism linkages to multiple companies that we've identified to come on board. They can benefit from the increased exposure as we use the resources of the tourism board to advertise their services. And of course, this is a commission-based service that we're providing. So we will also grow at the same time.
So when we speak to entrepreneurs, they talk about the challenges, how do you manage it though? In terms of starting a business, you are a doctor. Talk us through that.
Persistence.
Mhm.
There will be many challenges. There will be many hurdles, but staying the course is extremely important. Flexibility. Not believing. This was one of the ideas that I took away from the Incubator innovation project, that not believing that your idea is the be all and end all, and being willing to listen to people who can hone your ideas. I mean, I should mention that we are the 2024, one of the 2024 nominees for tourism excellence in the IT sector.
Okay.
So basically, being able to listen to people, accepting guidance, and staying the course is what I'd tell anybody.
So in terms of your entrepreneur journey now, so you had no business background.
So yes,
General.
not in tourism, but I do own businesses. I do own medical businesses. It's something I've always been interested in my medical career. I think what keeps me interested is trying new things, and that's things that throughout my life, that's what I've been doing. Tourism is an interest, and I thought, why not here?
Okay, so you were exposed to business.
Yes.
And then you're just branching out now.
Yes.
Into
in
other
tourism.
areas.
Yes.
All right. So what advice would you have for persons wanting to enter the sector to become entrepreneurs, or even the innovation incubator program?
You won't regret it. The Tourism Innovation Incubator is a fertile ground for developing your idea, for getting trained, and importantly, for making connections to other people already in the industry. So that is not something that you'll ever regret. Staying the course, as I said, being open to listening to the advice that you will receive through the Tourism Innovation Incubator and the training that I've received. I've realized how much tourism impacts the common person in Jamaica. I mean, there is a perception that, all of these huge hotels and nothing accrues to the people in Jamaica, but that is far from the truth. Through all their partners, through all their linkages, everyone from farmers to contractors can benefit from tourism. And I would encourage anyone with a business idea, even if they think it's not related to tourism, that they can form some sort of connection to tourism and benefit.
So you spoke about the benefits reaching a lot of persons. So your business taps into that tourism value chain.
Oh, definitely. We, through all the people that provide their attractions, then certainly we have ambitions to go into real estate, which will tap into tourism. My father was an accountant, but also a farmer. I love farming, and of course, agriculture is something that I think we can benefit tremendously from because of the tourism industry. So yeah, there are multiple streams of income that can be earned from tourism and multiple opportunities that Jamaicans should take advantage of.
So you mentioned the real estate element. What would that look like? Is that accommodation related?
Accommodation is a part of it. So because we are interested in medical tourism also, people coming in to have these services done will need accommodation. In terms of wellness tourism, spas are a big thing. I think Jamaica is just on the cusp of realizing what can be done. There are people that travel to countries far and wide just for their spas. I mean, we have the beautiful sea, we have spas, but there are multiple things that we can do.
So it's more backward and forward integration in terms
Definitely.
of the business.
Definitely.
All right. So tell us, what are your other plans for the future in terms of growing the business?
Well, as I said, we have targeted a number of attractions and operators in Jamaica. The Tourism Linkages Network, we plan to be working with them to, expose them to our idea. And eventually we want to build out of Jamaica to present the Caribbean as a unified market for a lot of these wellness and health-related services.
Mm-hmm. So in terms of offering the services directly, so you mentioned that your business partner, your wife, she provides certain services.
Yes.
What other services do you see coming on board in the future?
So the services, as I said, there are 6 areas of wellness that we've targeted. So a lot of the farmers who offer farm-to-table services will be involving them and highlighting some of their services to the tourists. There are multiple nature and adventure excursions in Jamaica that we can twin with some of our wellness services that we'll be offering them. Think, for example, going on a boat tour off the coast and then coming back and having a massage. So there are accommodation operators, adventure and excursion operators, farmers, yoga practitioners, multiple practitioners already within the industry can find a home within wellness.
So I know one of the aims now is to target the luxury market. Do you see any of those offerings, or do you plan to target that?
Let me tell you,
specifically?
medical and wellness tourists on average spend about 10 times what a non-medical or wellness tourist would spend, and that is a fact. So the truth is that a lot of people involved or targeting these services are people that are a little more affluent,
Right.
and they're using their resources and spending it on their well-being, both physical and mental well-being. So the luxury market is, I think, a market made for wellness tourism. And, if we get the people here, show them what we can offer, I think that's a market that will take off.
That brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for joining us today, Dr. Chambers.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks to our viewers for tuning in. Take care and see you soon.